Junior scoring for the third game in a row at the World Cup. It was the only Brazil ever to do it, and it was an absolute gift there from Scott McKenna.
Just a lacking of concentration, just a moment of switching on.
Well, they conceded early against Morocco, and they've done the same thing here. It's a gift for Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, Ryan does really well. He's the one that closes down McKenna, makes the block. The ball just falls so kindly to Vinicius Junior. He makes absolutely no mistake. Still has a little bit to do to beat the goalkeeper.
Early delight for Brazil. Gabriel with the header back. First effort on target of the match in the early stages of the game, and it's into the back of the net. Most of these encounters at the World Cup between Brazil and Scotland over the years have turned out to be close ones. It was still nil in 1974. Brazil won 4-1 in 82, I think, because David Nairn put Scotland ahead and rather irritated Brazil, who that was quite a good team they had in 82. 1-0 Brazil won in Italy 90 and 2-1 in the last meeting. Then Saint-Denis in 1980.
That's just not the way you want to start the game against the likes of Brazil. And again, you know that a point pretty much assure you through the knockout stages. Go and make a mistake like that, and it can happen. The only thing I'd say is it's so early in the game. We've got to refocus, and there's a lot to play for us.
Other than that, Scotland had made a steady start.
They have. It's just a moment of lapse in concentration. Absolutely punished in the worst possible way. Defensive oriented side, and once players on there that can try and possession of the ball and not make mistakes in the back of it, just don't have any chance.
It's collected by McGinn, who turns away from Marquinhos. Support here from Robertson. Shankland in the box with McTominay. Well forward as well. Here's Ferguson. And McKenna. Playing forward, directed by Jack. Taking ball in, and McTominay is taking that one up.
Yeah, he's going to be the real guy. Brazil in that box is obviously very good in the air.
Look at the space here for Matheus Cunha. Vinicius Junior makes the run ahead of him. He's not the only one here. That was Bruno Guimaraes. Robertson with the opportunity to clear. Here's something of a surprise. Haiti are beating Morocco by a goal to nil. Joseph with the goal. 10 minutes gone in that one.
Yeah, that is definitely a surprise. So there's so much still that can happen in this group alone. So Scotland have just got to try and focus on Brazil. It's onward and upwards.
Bit of space here. Matheus Cunha looking to add to the 2 goals that he's already scored. Well, FIFA President Gianni Infantino wasn't about to miss this one. You can see Kaká, Christos Christian Carabou, Ronaldo. Just some of the names there in the VIP area.
Who's who?
It's a decent five-a-side team right there.
Very good, very good. I'd take it straight away. That's my team.
Their confirmation of the Haiti goal, 1-0 up against Morocco in the other match in this group. And now Ben Gannon chasing hard, beaten to it by Gabriel, brilliantly timed by the Brazilian defender.
Yeah, had to be absolutely spot on that challenge. It looked like it was so effortless for him, but that timing was perfect. Paqueta.
A little bit loose there from Vinny Junior, got away with it. Marquinhos able to collect. And this is the table in real time. Here's Gabriel. Goal from Vini Jr., making him the first Brazilian to score in all 3 group games since 2002. Two players did it in Japan and Korea. That was Ronaldo and Rivaldo. And certainly Ronaldo is in the crowd today. We've seen him looking on.
Yeah, it's a great challenge, isn't it? There you can see Gabriel coming over. Ganondorf gets the first touch, so Gabriel had to be absolutely spot on with that challenge, and he was.
On the bench, he was left behind in their training camp for the first couple of games, working on his rehabilitation from injury, but able to be involved today for the first time in the tournament. Right calf injury, which he picked up in the middle of May. Wonder if we'll see him today. Hasn't played for the national team since October of 2023. It's Gabriel. Paqueta looking for Vinicius Jr. Tidied up by Nathan Patterson. Young tries to find Shankland, easily cut out by Casemiro.
That's why it's going to be really important for Scotland to try and find those out, whether it's John McGinn making runs up, Ganondorf. They've got to find that out ball and they will retain possession, otherwise it's just going to keep coming back like we're seeing now.
Danilo sending it in, and off the boot of Casemiro. It's a little bit deep this time. It'll be a goal kick for Angus. Full of matches, but he'd only played 45 minutes all season in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's
not
tough.
been playing at all.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is. It's really tough when you don't have that game time. That's that goal there again. Laying down the block, the charge down. And this is Junior's first touch. A little bit behind. Probably helped him as Angus Gunn tries to close him down. In the end, he's just got real composure, real class, and just slots it into that empty net. Brazil can't believe their luck.
Patterson. Ganondorf, who made the move from Liverpool to Bournemouth last summer, didn't start a game in the Premier League this season. Had some injury issues along the way. Here's Jack Hendry, who's based in the Saudi Pro League with Tifak. And Scotland enjoying a decent share of the match early on. Other than the defensive mistake, not too much in it.
Yeah, they've just got to get control of the ball a little bit more in that final third. A little bit loose at the moment. It's too easy for Brazil to mop up. So if they're going to have any opportunity in these games, they're going to create them, they're going to get on the ball, keep possession, close down Brazil. Certainly these games are up the park.
Nah.
Marquinhos, who, along with his Paris Saint-Germain teammates, got better in the Champions League final. Marquinhos actually the first to go across and console Gabriel after he missed the decisive penalty in the shootout that night. Casemiro.
Bournemouth to Whitehead. Disturb that to what
Here's Douglas Santos. Brazil, as you'd expect, looking confident and comfortable in possession of the ball here. something if Scotland were to come back in this match. The last time they conceded first at the World Cup and came back to win the game was the match against the Netherlands in Argentina in 1978. 3-2 they won that day. And here come Brazil, looking to add to their early lead. Douglas Santos back into Vinicius Junior, up against Patterson, good defending.
Yeah, Patterson does really well. Doesn't dive in, he knows Vinicius Junior wants to try and entice him to make that challenge. Possibly get the timing right on this occasion. Patterson does really well, gets there very easily, makes it a nice challenge.
Referee Cesar Ramos. Put his eye on Gabriel. Guimaraes with the corner. So again, he'd gone to ground inside the penalty area. Bit carried there from Lucas Paqueta. Maybe the chance for Scotland to break. There's Ben Gannon Doak. Away to McGinn. Brazil with the opportunity to regroup and get back behind the ball. Gannon Doak's done well. Look at the space there for McTominay. Scotland trying to get onto the front foot, but that was really good play from Cunha. And now the chance to break, and Ryan sending it to Vinicius Junior. Ryan's in the middle, and Vinicius Junior comes in for himself. Roberto Carlos. From Brazil's pass. Ryan in some discomfort at the moment. Potentially promising position, completely on the back foot at the other end of the field.
Yeah, it's one of the most dangerous parts of the game when you're in transition. Looking to get the attack, numbers forward, and you lose possession in that kind of midway point, like Scott McTominay did then. Just took too long on the ball. Brazil were able to smother him. You see, Cunha was very, very quick and very good at dispossessing to an attack.
For Brazil. The early goal from Vinicius Junior after a defensive error from Scott McKenna. Difference between the two sides. Brazil with 5 attempts on goal, but the goal the only one on target so far. Almost a quarter of the way through the game. Nicely done, Vinicius Junior. The yellow shirts filing forward here, but Jack Hendry was there.
It's going to be moments in the game where Scotland are going to have to defend their lives, going to have to try and just get plays that they're just kind of poison those games.
South American opposition has been quite the obstacle for Scotland historically in the World Cup. 2 draws and 6 defeats against teams from that continent over the years. Here's Hendrick. Very humid in Miami. He's used to
লোকে ব্রেক করিস না ভাই রাগ করো না রাগ করতাম না আমাকে আইও ওরে কি বলে দিও না বলে এডি প্লেয়ার এডি এডি লগে আমরা বাংলাদেশ খেলাইনা সাইডে আসতা দিব গরম লজ্জা আছে আগে আমরা এটা দিই না তো খেলায় নি যা দেওয়া না
As simple as he did yesterday, against unfortunately, they've just been punished.
বল কার কাছে দেখো
Injury there, just Vinicius Junior was just allowed to
হাতটা তো দূর রাখতে বলে একে দিয়ে গিয়া
Scotland have just been brutally punished.
He's up to 4 goals now in this World Cup. He's going to play across the chip of the goal.
Tries to get his ball back on the ball, but Vinicius Junior is coming out of legs. You see it.
পিছন থেকে সামনে
Yeah, you can see that. That's the possibility. He's going to be a very, very lucky man.
মুখটা দেয়া কাজ কয়েকদিনের লাগে যাই হোক ভাই কোনো এটা সুন্দর লাগছে
The world is changing, but with every challenge comes a chance to be better, stronger. We're investing in ourselves, buying Canadian, prospering from our resources and critical minerals. Our plan is to create jobs, build affordable homes twice as fast, break down barriers to business, and expand knowledge. This is our moment to build a strong economy by Canadians, for Canadians. A message from the Government of Canada. Take the pitch with FanDuel's new fun features. Bet all 120 minutes and get early payouts when your team goes up 2. Live betting lets you celebrate every strike. Super sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. At FanDuel, North America's #1 sportsbook casino. FanDuel, play your game. Game over. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra Zero.
the weather continues to skirt around the Miami Stadium here for the rest of the evening. Had a heavy thunderstorm at lunchtime, but thankfully so far so good weather-wise. We're ready to go again for what remains of the first half. There's the man who scored the goal that separates the two teams. Thought he'd scored a second, not so on video review. Yeah, they stopped the ball when Andy Robertson gets all the way over there to the far side. And Brazil, such a tough nut to crack in the World Cup, not least in the group stages. They've only lost one of the last 20 matches they've played in the group stages of the World Cup. They've won 15 of the last 20 years.
So they're formidable opponent, aren't they? They're one of the greats of world football. So it's a huge challenge for Scotland. Like I said before, you can't keep gifting them opportunities. You've got to be a lot more secure, to be more switched on, probably more version of the match. These moments like this, you've got to try and make the most of them.
Kenny McLean and Lauren Shanklin trying to put pressure on Alisson, the Brazilian goalkeeper. It's past the first defender, but Gabriel with the header away. Here's McGinn. It's a decent looking delivery as well. Sent on its way by Lucas Paqueta. It was better from Scotland.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it was a big opportunity. It was a free header. McKinnon possibly in the box. Just blindsides him a little bit, allows him to lose sight of the ball, and McKinnon's just not quite ready for it. Well, that was a big chance for Scotland.
Scotland having slightly more of the play actually in this first half. Without troubling Alisson in the Brazilian goal so far. Nathan Patterson. It's Ferguson into Hendry. And McKenna. Remaining in the first half. Manchester deciding that taking on Lucas Paqueta wasn't something that he wanted to do. Gareth Hendry. It is still beating Morocco in the other match. The goal is known as an own goal by Yassine Bounou, the Moroccan goalkeeper. This is Hendry. This was always nearby in the defensive midfield role. Patterson. Tomine moving across to the near side as well. Now in possession. Holding off Paqueta, trying to get away from Casemiro. The touch finds McGinn. Scotland advance. It's Andy Robertson. Each good delivery.
With a ball transition.
বাইরে আবার দূর
মামা তুমি তো লাগে করে আবার
Kolasurita ente je itu. Bener semua. Egolah kita kan.
gua kuala sore dan di Jakarta di sana.
Coba. Bener semua.
Bos tu kira jadi sampai di India. Tidak sana?
Hah? আটটা কিন্তু আমরা জানি না যে এটা ওই গাছে ফেলাই আর বলা একটা
Best of the match for them as they try to get back in the game with Patterson. Here's Gallagher. They can't stop him. Squirted away from Casemiro for a moment. Gallagher. He's got a liveliness about him. He'll give Brazil's defence something to think about.
Douglas Santos has got a real job in his hand on his left-hand side to try and deal with Gallagher. He's got real pace, skill on the ball, not afraid to take players on. A good example of him. Santos there, just dropping a little bit, giving him too much space.
Ferguson was a bit too keen there against Bruno Junior.
খেলাটা খেলে তুই আর আইতে বলবি আইলে আর বাইক না আরাম
ঘুরতে পারে
আর্জেন্টিনা আর ব্রাজিল
দিছে বুঝছ করে
Every year a Brazilian player has done that. They've got really well trying to find a way through, sending it forward to Ryan. Ryan down outside the box, appealing to the referee. And Scotland getting on with it and venturing forward. And Patterson wanting a little further forward. He's going down and he'll win the throw.
Such a real form in their side for Brazil at the moment. He's really the one that's causing the most problems. You can see that they're trying to double up on him. They know he's got pace, knows he's got skill on the ball, not afraid to take on Santos down his left-hand side, and he needs to be really on it.
And he got playing launching it. Casemiro with a block to smother it. Scotland having a go here. Casemiro just melted away from the traffic a bit too much. Scotland keen to get on with the game. Very quick to recycle the ball. Scott McTominay coming short to collect, looking for Aaron Shooklin, but that was easy for Marquinhos to collect. Bruno Guimaraes. Marquinhos. Douglas Santos trying to join in the attacking play here with Vinicius Junior. Paqueta. It's Gabriel. Little passage of possession here from Brazil and Vinicius Junior venturing forward. Good challenge by Nathan Patterson, he timed that well. He needed to.
Yeah, once again, so far he's done it really well. He's not dived in, he's just waited his time. The challenge has always been perfect so far.
From underneath his feet on this occasion, and now the chance to venture forward. There's McTominay. There's another play from Ryan. To bring it back to Brazil, and now it's with Guimaraes. It's opened up a little bit here. It's wide of the goal from the 19-year-old.
Look to lay it off, but he does really well initially against McTominay. Once again, McTominay just possessed in that field. That's where Brazil quickly then turn the defence into attack. Ryan shot on goal, a little bit wayward in the end, but I think Scotland will be very, very happy with that.
Scott McKenna into Robertson. Heading for pastures new this summer, having left Anfield to be with Tottenham next season in the Premier League. McKenna's with Dinamo Zagreb in Croatia these days. Gallagher, who is keeping Douglas Santos busy. Lewis Ferguson. Shankland. McLean. Finding Robertson. 4 inside the penalty area to Aymar. and not close to finding it either.
Yeah, unfortunately, just slightly.
Watching on his hiccup is still revealed clear among the younger generation of Brazilian fans. Was that iconic? It is, absolutely. Yeah, that was very much 2002, that was Ronaldo. This is Marquinhos. Now Mateus Cunha. Danilo got racing forward there as well. Douglas Santos providing width on the near side. Ashraf Hakimi has equalised for Morocco 1-1 against Haiti now in the other match in this group. And nicely dealt with by Robertson.
Yeah, sometimes can be really football that into the box. Does really well to find it easy. Quick back to it. Scotland's really under pressure right now. Now back up the pitch.
Last 5 minutes of the first half. Defensive error in the 7th minute. Scotland have acquitted themselves reasonably well in a very tough fixture, haven't they?
They have. I think they've held themselves really well.
Camilo Cabello enjoying the World Cup, the singer. And Matty Broderick there as well. He's a little
একবার আরাম করে